Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, I was unfamiliar with your game, baby. The Buffalo Sabres, heading into this game, were not fully healthy. Jason Zucker, for example, he had himself multiple points yesterday for Buffalo against the Seattle Kraken, but he ended up missing today. Why? Because he got infected with the same bug that had been taking out a bunch of other NHL players around this time. Kevin Lankinen wasn't on the bench. Artur Shilovs was backing up because Lankinen also was sick. Not to mention some other guys. I think Brett Howden in Vegas is out with the same thing. And then you have a variety of other players throughout the league that have been sidelined because of whatever bug is going around. So for Buffalo, they had one of their top scorers in Zucker out tonight. And in a game where everybody was clamoring about momentum, everybody was talking about the potential trade, everybody was talking about Miller and the win against Edmonton on Saturday with multiple days worth of a rest, the Vancouver Canucks have the 30th placed overall Buffalo Sabres in town. They better go out there and win. Right? This is Canucks hockey at its best. Everybody thinks that Miller is going to get traded. He doesn't get traded. He comes back into the lineup. He has a great game. And then the Canucks go on a winning streak with Miller scoring a point per game plus throughout the entire thing, which negates the entire trade talk in the first place, and it makes everybody just go around in circles because this happened 2 years ago, and the same thing was going to happen now, right? No, it doesn't. The Vancouver Canucks blow yet another lead in the third period to a team that is much worse than they are, and they refuse to win 2 games for the first time in over 7 weeks. The Vancouver Canucks, if you check out their schedule, they have not won 2 games in a row since 2024 at the beginning of the month. It's been almost 2 months since the Vancouver Canucks have won 2 games in a row. Every single win they've had since December 1st, where they beat Detroit in overtime, every single other win after that, they ended up losing the game after. So that pattern continues here. Vancouver, stop talking about the individual game, Lego, focus on the big picture. Yeah, this is the big picture. The team hasn't won multiple games in a row in almost 2 months. What else is there to say? This game against the Buffalo Sabres, I get it. You could say that the personnel wasn't necessarily the best. You know, we don't have Tyler Myers in the game. But really, come on. Like, Tyler Myers shouldn't be the deciding factor as to whether or not a game like this is choked away like the Canucks ended up doing. Consistently inconsistent has been the motto this season. They've been talking about this all year on Sportsnet 650, all the post-game shows. Canucks are consistently inconsistent. With every good game, you have 2 bad games in a row, and you have ultimately a ceiling with this team. You know that these guys are capable. You know that they have the drive. You know that they have the talent, but they just can't get it out of them for the majority of the year. Heck, for the majority of one game. The Canucks had a 2-1 lead in this game. They came back from down 1-0, scoring 2 unanswered in the second, but it's Buffalo who ultimately gets the 3-2, and they win. And you know what also is the worst part about this all? It's the fact that 2 of these goals scored by Buffalo were direct goals off of a Vancouver icing call that they did not need to take. J.J. Peterka's 3-2 goal, Tage Thompson's 1-0 goal, both coming directly off of face-offs where the Vancouver Canucks self-inflictedly put themselves in their own zone for the defensive zone draw. The icings were messed up. Either they go off of a guy's foot or a guy just doesn't really go hard enough and he doesn't get the puck properly. Self-inflicted wounds. The Canucks put themselves in their own zone, and I get it, you want to win the face-off. Win the face-off, that's the problem. You don't win the face-off, but still, you're putting yourself in a bad position by making these plays. And Tage Thompson is able to walk right in, he's able to shoot it, and he's able to score it. Brock Besser doesn't cut him off. Besser just lets him go around him. Okay, great. The J.J. Peterka 3-2 goal in the third period to give the Sabres the ultimate win. That was the game-winning goal. That also comes off of a face-off, too. Dahlin centers it out. Peterka shoots. He scores. Nobody tracks it. Nobody gets the pass. Everybody's focused on Dahlin. Ooh, it's Rasmus Dahlin. Nobody's in the passing lane. Clear, open opportunity for Peterka to shoot it, and he scores. And he's been very good this season, so we don't want to discredit him. But Vancouver just caught lacking around in their own zone, on their own dump-ins, and they come alive in the last few minutes of the third. They get a whole bunch of shots, they get a whole bunch of opportunities, but even though they had these high-danger quality chances, it is self-inflicted wounds. It is Filip Hronek not shooting the puck properly when he has a wide-open net in front of him after being set up with a gifted silver platter, amazing trophy of a pass from Quinn Hughes. It's Connor Garland on the backhand in the final seconds of the third, who has a chance to get it by, but instead he kind of gets it lightly on the backhand, and it's easily stopped up by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and his lanky legs, who was just everywhere tonight. The Vancouver Canucks, it felt like, it's almost like they had themselves a chance against a team that they know was worse than them, and they played like they know that opponent is worse than them until they were realizing, oh yeah, we're down, sorry, we gotta go actually start to score here. We have to try, and then they made some more mistakes and they didn't capitalize on anything. Buffalo locked them down, all without Zucker too. Like, I don't know, man. There are some things that we can talk about from this game. The Canucks goals that were scored. Oh, they got 2. That's great. JT Miller assisted on Phil Di Giuseppe's first goal on the season. It's a shot off the end boards, and the backhand rebound comes out to Phil Di Giuseppe, and then Elias Pettersson 7 minutes later gave the Canucks the 2-1 lead off of a really good shift. Like, this second period shift at the halfway mark where the Canucks were just kind of holding it and cycling it and shooting it, and the Sabres were saving it, but they weren't clearing it and they weren't changing. That was a great shift. That was the best shift the Canucks have maybe played in a few weeks, really. And of course, it's against the Buffalo Sabres. They're 30th ranked in the NHL. You need to be having shifts like these against bad teams like that. And Elias Pettersson finally gets himself a goal where he holds on to the puck for quite a while, and then he fires it. He scores 2-1 lead, assisted by Hughes and Besser. Enjoy the future, folks. It's Pettersson, Hughes, and Besser all on the ice at the same time. Not to mention some of the other opportunities. Pettersson, rink wide, across to Besser, right in front for the backdoor. Jake DeBrusk, he misses it, and he falls right into the goaltender. I feel like the Canucks had more chances than we would really gather and guess they had, just based off of the box score and some of the numbers and stuff. Like, if you look at these chances, they had movement and they had opportunities, but small mistakes, small inch-long miscalculations were the result of this game, and the Canucks end up losing yet another one because of it. I mean, they lost to the Buffalo Sabres. They had all the momentum. The Sabres were a weaker team than we had expected. Nobody thought Jason Zucker would have been out earlier this morning, but alas, he's out. And the team still finds a way to beat Vancouver after they came off of a really hot win against Edmonton on Saturday, where Connor McJesus got suspended in the process. So, I don't know, I feel like that's all I want to say. I don't really need to dive into any more on this, I think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Canucks and the Sabres, the expansion bros going out there and facing off against each other. What are your opinions about this Canucks loss? What are your opinions about this Sabres win? The comment section is your floor. The show is brought to you by ExpressVPN. If you need a VPN, you want to save some money, go out and check our link. You could get some free months and you help out the channel in the process, so thank you for that. Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.